Hi, my name is Dan Burkholder, and today we're talking about an app that I use for shooting photographs rather than post-processing. And here's my home screen. Let's scoot over, and the app that we're going to be talking about today is right here, ClearCam. And as you're about to see, ClearCam does a couple very nifty things. Let's launch ClearCam by tapping on it. When you first launch it, you'll notice that it's in quick mode. And quick mode is cool in itself, but not as neat as the enhanced mode that we'll demonstrate here in a minute. This is our shutter button right there. Now, if I hit the shutter button in quick mode, watch what happens. It took 4 pictures quickly, and there's a little message up there in the upper left that said save image 2 was the clearest. So it analyzed those 4 pictures and saved the sharpest one. Now, how does it determine the sharpest? It would be looking for both camera shake, so if it's a handheld shot, that's useful for getting the sharpest image saved to your camera roll. But it also includes subject motion. So even if you're doing, say, using the self-timer and taking a group shot, maybe one in which you're included, and there's a kid squirming, it would only save the one in which that shot was squirming the least. So that's really very useful. But when we tap on Enhance right there and move over to Enhance mode, and you can see the word Enhance is active, this is where ClearCam really struts its stuff. Now, if you tap that little eye in the lower left, you get some help. You can tap one place for focus and metering and double tap for focus only. So it's got some advanced control like that. I'm just going to tap right in the middle of this butterfly bush, because that's kind of a mid-tone, so it focused and metered off that. Now watch when I tap the shutter button here. Watch what happens. So it just took 5 pictures, 5 or 6, I'm not sure which, we'll find out here shortly. And it saved those not to the camera roll, and it didn't just save one, it saved all 5 to ClearCam's internal library. And our next step is to go look at those and find out how ClearCam performs some real magic on those images, that series of quickly shot images that it just saved. Now let's take a look at what we got in the ClearCam library. And we access their library by clicking on this little folder down there. So let's go in and take a look. And there's the last image at the top at 4:27 p.m. I ran a test earlier at 4:21. Now normally I would have shot this horizontally, but the app itself doesn't support video out for horizontal. So it behaves fine on your phone, but just for recording purposes it would not. And it I even got the door frame in from our window that I was shooting out of. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at this. What do you think these 6 dots are? We can move from image to image on here. And if I just tap down there on that, I can move to the second image. You say, well, they look the same. Well, yes, in this case, I was shooting on a tripod. But if we zoom in, and I'm just doing this with the reverse pinch on this butterfly bush, we can move from image to image to see if there were any great difference between those. Now, strangely enough, you can zoom way in, and you can even rotate this image around to any crazy angle you might like. All right, enough playing. What we're going to do is tap on a line. This is the first step. Now, you might say, well, what are we really doing? What we're doing here in this mode, in this use of ClearCam, is we're creating 18 megapixels of resolution on the iPhone 5. It more than doubles the 8 megapixel camera, and it will at least double your resolution on like the iPhone 4 or 4S, and perhaps it even works back. It'll tell you in the App Store if it works back on the 3GS, etc. So our first step on this path to enhanced resolution is to click Aligned. So I'll do that on my iPhone here. I'll tap that. So it's aligning those photos. Now this was shot on a tripod, so the improvement will be minimalized. So handheld, you'd really see a bigger advantage to this aligning. But what it just did is align those 6 images, and there were 6. Now see the Enhance button there in the upper right? That's our next step. We tap Enhance. And here it's doing the real math. So it's not just, as in the quick mode, picking the sharpest one. It's stacked those 6 images up and put them all, sort of like stacking them in Photoshop and putting them in a reduced opacity. That reduces noise. So in low light situations, you'll actually, and in deep shadows, you'll get less noise. But it's also then interpolating it. It's upsampling it from 8 to 18 megapixels. And here's our final enhanced version. I'm going to tap on where it says original. We can go back and forth between original and enhanced up there. So I'll tap on original, and you say, well, I didn't see much difference. Well, you wouldn't. Let's zoom in. And there again, this was shot of an organic subject. Let's go way in, kind of on, and look how far I'm going in here on this plant. So there's the original on this butterfly bush, and you can see some JPEG artifacts kind of surfacing along there and some noise. Watch when we tap on enhanced. You see the improvement in shadow? Let's go back and forth. So we got an improvement on edge effects. For instance, I'm looking at this actual piece of stem kind of going up along here and down here. So in original, it's much fuzzier, and look at the noise like on this leaf here, for instance. So as we go back and forth from the original to the enhanced, and in the flower itself, I'm getting enhanced detail. So not only did it align those, get rid of noise, but it also enhanced the detail on that 18 megapixel final result. Here's another example. We'll zoom in like on that stem, and you're starting to see the aliasing, kind of the jaggies are surfacing in there along that stem. Watch when we tap on the enhanced mode, and you'll see those smooth out. So this area is even a better example where you really see the edge effects on those leaves. The leaves themselves become more discernible. So you get lower noise and low light conditions in shadows. You get enhanced edge effects, and it's not like it's over sharpened. It's doing more than just sharpening your image. It's actually doing serious math, looking for real photographic detail in the image, and you get more than twice the resolution. In fact, if you do the math, if you're a fan of printing your landscapes at 180 pixels per inch, and don't believe me, my good friend Jose Maria Miato, this terrific Spanish photographer, was the first one to point out to me that he was printing at 180 pixels per inch on an Epson printer and getting beautiful, stunning prints, and I tried it, and he was right. And but don't believe Jose Maria, don't believe me, don't believe anyone. Run your own tests for your kind of images. But what I'm getting at is if you do the math, if you check with the pixel dimensions of your 18 megapixel image, you can do like a 24 by 30 some inch print with no additional interpolation. And that's pretty stunning that you're getting out of the iPhone that you carry in your shirt pocket. So thanks for watching and learning about ClearCam today. Hope this tiny tutorial was real helpful for you.